自己也有兴趣，得继续干。脑子不糊涂的话，那继续干呗，是吧？
These are all works either translated or edited by Awang Pingcuo. Since his mid-20s, translation has been a constant companion for Awang Pingcuo, spanning nearly 40 years of his life. Awang was among the first to take the Gaokao, China's national college entrance exam, after it was reinstated in 1977.
考上了那个西藏师范学院。
In 1980, I was admitted to Xizang Normal College. I studied Tibetan for 5 years. Later, as we were about to graduate, Xizang Normal College was renamed Xizang University. I became one of the first graduates of Xizang University.
Upon graduating, Awang Pingcuo came to Beijing by himself and landed a job as an editor at the publishing house of minority nationalities. A new life of vitality unfolded before him, but his new life came with challenges, one of which was the language barrier.
When I first came here, my Chinese was not good. I found comprehension and translation challenging. Many words in Chinese do not exist in Tibetan, requiring creation of new terms, and Chinese idioms are particularly difficult to translate. I tried to find similar expressions in our language. Gradually, I got used to it, and things improved significantly.
As an editor, Awang translated a range of magazines and books, including Sparks of Knowledge, a comprehensive magazine covering literature and science, and Hongqi magazine, which later became Qiushi Journal, the flagship publication of the CPC Central Committee. Awang felt immense joy and pride seeing the impact of these publications on people's lives in Xizang.
那个基层那个老百姓几乎
When I first arrived, grassroots people had little understanding of national policies and laws. This lack of understanding sometimes restricted their behavior. At that time, there was almost no dissemination of scientific knowledge or reading materials, so books like Sparks of Knowledge were popular for learning about new scientific trends and national inventions.
As an early talent proficient in Chinese and Tibetan languages, Awang had the important task of accurately conveying state policies to Tibetan representatives during the two sessions. The tension of this responsibility remains vivid in his memory.
那个时候参加的时候，那个好多代表基层的那些代表。
In 1997, many grassroots representatives had limited proficiency in Chinese. We translated the speech of the representatives, and they received the translations the next day during the meeting. There was also simultaneous interpretation in 7 minority languages. Figures like the Panchen Lama paid great attention to our work.
这些都是西藏大学的教材，也是我编辑的那个。
Throughout his career, Awang has facilitated communication between Xizang and other areas of China. He takes pleasure in seeing this role diminish as communication and development between the regions improve.
交流啊，这些方面已经不存在什么。
Communication barriers no longer exist. Transportation has improved, increasing interactions between Xizang and other areas of China. As Xizang develops, more people are speaking Chinese. In the past, a bridge was needed for Han-Tibetan communication, but now this role is gradually diminishing.
Despite being far from his homeland of Xizang, Awang keeps a close watch on China's 8 Xizang program, feeling the nation's support keenly. Several of his friends have even been sent to 8 Xizang.
我认识的一个
I know an 8 Xizang official in the Human Resources and Social Security Department of Xizang. He tried to procure medications and oral solutions to help people overcome altitude sickness. Others developed orchards or set up factories. Some even personally funded and supported orphanages. These are people I know personally who have contributed to 8 Xizang efforts.
Doing one task well across a lifetime is something Awang has always persisted. Even in retirement, he continues to write. He considers translation more than a profession. It is his hobby and constant companion.
In my current work, I am trying to translate Tibetan into Chinese. My earlier efforts were not great, but now I produce better translations, which I find satisfying. Since more people understand Chinese, the readership is broader. Recently, I translated a book introducing the Potala Palace in Chinese, covering topics like architectural style and the stability of the palace foundation. I found this quite interesting and gained enjoyment from it.
Awang humbly observes that today's young language professionals are more ambitious than his generation, and he remains optimistic about the future of Han-Tibetan cultural exchanges.
Young people today are quite motivated, and I believe they should take a more proactive approach. Improving one's skills is important. Learning more about Han-Tibetan translation software is also essential, so people can be liberated from complex labor.
Awang's extensive body of work reflects his life's dedication. As Awang said, he will continue his work as long as his mind remains sharp. Future generations should bring their passion and wisdom to any task facilitating communication between Xizang and other areas of China. Wang Qianhui, CGTN.